I'm Matt Thorson from Hay Springs, Nebraska, and we're on dry edible beans. These are the Great Northerns. These are the Pinos that turn into refried beans. And other dry beans are the lima beans, navy beans, black beans. And this is the cutter for the first step of bean harvest.
And take us through, you can just set those down if you want. And then take us through a little bit about exactly how these cut, how this works. So this is the 1950, okay. So take us through, you know, like how this works in the field.
Dry beans, when they come in the harvest, most beans are a bushy type plant. And so you got to spread the vines, and that's what the dividers are for. And then coming back further are the knives, and they're actually pushing up, basically uprooting the bean plant themselves and pushing the rows together to make more room for the windrower to come for the second pass before the combine comes through.
And then, so this just cuts, and then how are the beans collected, you're saying, with the next steps?
Then they have a bean windrower. Most current equipment now has a couple rods in front, lifter rods, and then there's a conveyor belt that moves 6 rows to one side. And then as you come back, it makes 12 rows for our combine. And then we have a specialty picket combine, pull type combine, or else you can use a regular conventional combine with a pickup head.
Okay.
But you run a lot of dirt through the combine with these, because you're running the roots and everything through, and so it wears out the combines a lot faster. And our picket pull type combine, specially designed to handle the dirt and the nightshade if you have problems or weeds, compared to a different combine.
Okay. And what's the history of this? How did you acquire it? What's the provenance? Do you know? Any restorations, and how long has it been in use? And
we used it 3 years ago. This is set up for a 6-row 22, but we run normally we run 4-row 30-inch rows, and I converted to 6-row 22s just to match the planter for here at the expo.
okay. And where did you get it from?
Farm sale west of Scotts Bluff.
Okay.
And then the Super C was my first tractor when I was 16.
Ah.
And so
Was this already in your family, or?
No, bought it from a neighbor and used it for different mowing, tractor pulling, just odd jobbing, and then we started liking to use antique equipment and found the cutter and set it up, and been having fun ever since.
All right. Any restorations, like major restorations or anything that's had been done on either of these, or pretty much?
Nope, they're still, those knives are still shiny from when we used it last.
So maintenance isn't that much, right? What do you have to do to maintain these things?
The hardest thing is just mounting it to the side, and away you go.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing. We appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Okay.